put together 4 complete quarters for any one game this season. But 7 days ago, we saw the present collide with a dash of the past that made heads cock to the side. Fuquay's unanswered question
Following is a
why
presentation
such a slow
of
start?
R3 Productions.
The Bengals have struggled to put together 4 complete quarters for any one game this season, but 7 days ago we saw the present collide with a dash of the past that made heads cock to the side. Fuquay's unanswered question is, why such a slow start? The Bengals have yet to escape the first offensive series of either half with any success. Tonight, they can't leave any series on the field without points, or at the very least, flipping the field. Apex has seen similar troubles with their offense and the lack of ability to put points on the board, but statistically amplified. The Cougars will undoubtedly see this as one of their greatest chances of the season to put a mark in the win column. While both teams have to look at tonight's game as just another game and nothing more, a win moves you to the top of the SWAC and a loss puts you at the bottom. Conference play kicks off tonight. The slates are wiped clean. Everyone is 0-0. It's the Cougars and the Bengals, live from Apex High School. The Bengal R3 Sports Network is on the air.
The following is a presentation of R3 Productions. Fuquay-Varina High School Football on the Bengal R3 Sports Network is presented by Krista Absher and the Absher Realty Group.
Will be a handoff. Stewart got a blocker, has another man in front of him, breaks another one. He's got the touchdown as a defender comes in late. To be a lead blocker for Carrington. Carrington gets stood up, and look at that, a whole host of Bengal.
Welcome into Bengal Game Day, presented by the Aviator Smokehouse. It's time to get you ready for tonight's matchup.
Keeper, Uzandu. Look at the speed. Wow. Pistol snap. Elkins, hands off. Harris with a big stop. Lots of room to run now. Zakiti, he got the angle, stays on his feet. Pass, Rhodes, Houston.
Got it
For the score. Right set on the right side. Hand off. Chadwick stops at the line.
Timeout.
Touchdown! Unbelievable!
Alongside the coach, Jim Cole, here's the voice of the Bengals, Rand Northam.
High School as we start phase 2 of the season. Going to be trying to follow Rand's lead as best as we can tonight. Evan, tell me about last week. I was not there.
First time we saw the offense be able to put together complete drives, complete scoring throughout all 4 quarters. It wasn't just, that one last second touchdown to make the score look pretty. It was consistent offense, and it was running the ball predominantly.
back to the wing tee. Also a little bit of difference in the scheduling. Last year we opened the season with the likes of Harnett Central and Cary and a little tougher competition this year.
Yeah, I mean Cleveland, Leesville, Hillside, those are cream of the crop teams in Wake County. So 0-5 isn't obviously it's a terrible start, but at the same time, the level of competition you have to take account for it was a tough non-conference schedule for sure.
Carry flag on the play. Holding on Apex. Tender penalty, still first down. Keeper by Brian Porter.
It's not working.
On the right-hand side.
Don't know why. So you know it's not working?
Pass complete to Jack Christian on the right-hand side. That is enough for an Apex Cougars.
It was on Saturday.
Your breath smells like ass.
Looks like a legal man downfield. Perhaps it's a loss of down penalty. So it's fourth down Cougars in about 9. Porter's punt down to about the 30. The first and 10 there. Well, we make the changeover. Let's say thank you to our Cougar level sponsors. Without their support, this game and so many less possible. That's American Auction Company, Apex Lions Club, Apex United Methodist Church, Cougars Dentistry, that's the Cary office, Bojangles, Cary Collision Center, Circle K, City Barbecue, Economy Exterminators, Highway 40 Entertainment, and I know a few more will thank soon. Hand out to number 6, Jackson Barker. Nick Lord will do on the tackle. Jackson Barker on the right-hand side.
All right, excitement while we were away. Apex had Nick Lord needed to leave the game. We had a fourth and probably about 15 punt. So they play ball, 1st and 10 on their own 41-yard line.
First down, Fuquay.
We are back with 3:45 and the clock running. We've got twin receivers to the left. We've got Sakiti Uzundo.
Uzandu.
Carry. I've been saying it for a year and I get it right by now. That is entirely my fault, and I apologize to the entire Uzandu family. 1st and 10. Ball at the Apex 40 line. Uzandu is leaving the game. Braswell in with the play. Ethan Burke to the right. Jackson Barker to the left. Matthew Lyons in the backfield. Barker motions right. The Lions. Room to run. More room to run.
Oh.
Finally brought down around the 20-yard line, 15-yard line. Again, hard to see from here. I apologize.
To ours, we apologize. We are unable to bring you down in distance information at this time because of more technical difficulties with the computer. Our cameraman is hard at work trying to fix that problem.
1st and 10 from the 15. Timeout on the field. So Evan, great. Pot yourself up. You are up. Fantastic. This week, weather is still hot. Do we have any adjustments? Do we have regular practices in this county?
I don't think it reached code black this week.
Okay.
I don't think it did. So I think they just had normal practice this week.
How'd JV do last night?
Lost in overtime, so they are now, I want to say 0-5 because I don't think they played the first week. But yeah, a rough start. And Lions already with 124 on the ground.
That's what happens when you have 260-plus yard carries. So much stuff. I believe there's a football game happening in front of me. I believe we're out of timeout. We got the counter. We got Burke on the carry around the right side. Touchdown, Ethan Burke.
Number 10, Ethan Burke on the right-hand side. Touchdown, Fuquay.
And Matt Jones coming out for the PAT.
Ethan Burke getting his first carry up, I guess.
Nice. On a counter.
On a counter.
On a counter. Gotta love it.
We saw Matt Jones miss his first PAT of the year. He's had a few blocked, but first true miss of the season. And this one's good.
And I'm going to throw another monkey in the works here. If I'm not mistaken, I just saw lightning over that tree line. Cool is if it's visible, you go to delay. I'm not going to tell anybody.
We don't need a Panther Creek.
Yeah, we worried about delays here. That might work out for us to get some technical difficulties fixed. It might just make for a longer and more miserable evening. We'll see what happens. So we've got 3:18 on the clock. We have a 20-0 ball game. We have a second quarter like the first. The second half will be really quick.
Oh, it'll be like a Harness Central. Nice clock. Get out here early.
I'm good with that.
Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but on the bench, they have red jersey. Could you have any idea of what that guy is doing there?
Can't touch him. Can't touch that guy.
I see those during scrimmages in the summer, but I've never seen them in the fall during games.
I have some binoculars, but...
Are you better in the victory day?
Unless he's one of their play callers. You turned out what? Good. Once again, pooch kick to the right, fair caught. First and 10 Apex on the 33-yard line. I'm going to guess, just from the looks of that guy, that he is probably, I'm going to guess he's a concussion player that's semi-dressed for the game, but not in uniform, which would be illegal. But he's still down there participating. That's going to be my guess. Poirier calls for the snap. Dive, the middle, as most dives are. And it's going to be a carry of about 8 yards.
Blankenship on the tackle.
Nick Carlisle on the carry for the Cougs. 2nd and 1. 9-yard carry for Carlisle. Take to the pitch. Poirier with the carry. Gain of about 3. Enough for a first down. First and 10 Cougars on their 46-yard line. I believe it is. I was a little distracted during all of our stuff, but I think that was the first down for the Cougars. And that's Nick Carlisle on the carry. Gain of about 3.
Jaden Duncan again on the carry, picks up 4.
Cougars might have found a formula that works here. I'm calling that Nick 8, though. I don't have that on my Apex roster. But we're going to assume that I just can't see a 6 from an 8 from here.
Timeout Cougars.
Timeout Apex.
During this timeout, how about we say hello to our varsity cheerleaders? We've got a big squad tonight.
2:17 to go. Timeout. That's the second timeout for the Cougars. And number 8 is who?
Mary Buckler.
Say that last name slower and louder.
Hill.
Duncan.
Krista Coley.
I was thinking like Dunkin'
Alexa
Donuts. We'll go
Corson.
with Tim Duncan.
Anna Duffy. Captain Melissa Garber. Angel Gales. Captain Kylie
Hard to
Goodman.
believe.
Serena
This is
Resco.
still the first
Captain
quarter.
Jasmine Hammer. Lucia.
And the fact that I'm talking makes it seem
And
interminable.
Savannah Trainer.
Don't get me wrong, I love
Coach
to talk,
Taylor
but I really don't have much
Hawkins,
to say.
Taylor
And I
Hawkins,
never realized
varsity.
how good Rand is at this. He is a true professional.
Is it okay if I do the first quarter commercial?
Man, absolutely. Anything to get me off the mic. What was his first name?
All right, are you in the market to buy or sell your home? Downtown Fuquay-Varina, 1 minute from Fuquay-Varina High School on Broad Street, there's one team with the knowledge and experience to help you make the best decision for you and your family. Krista Absher and her at the Absher Realty Group, ladies with many real estate backgrounds such as previous military, national, and locals. They promise to exceed your expectations. Call Krista Absher, 919-753-6518 or theabsherrealtygroup.com today.
All right, Mr. Quick slant there by the Cougs, but it is being called back. Ineligible receiver downfield. Well, you're paying more attention than me. I had no idea. So we're going to be second and about 11 from the 45-yard line. Yeah, really. Somebody's probably being a stickler for that yard. And that red jersey you are is giving signals into the offense. Pitch right, and again that's Duncan on the carry. Almost shook off that tackler, but finally brought down. So less than a yard. It's going to be 3rd and 11 plus yards. And we have another question on the Apex sideline. If you're down 20-0 in the first quarter, you tend to have a lot of questions.
Drive on the play.
Personal foul, Cougars.
So a personal foul on Apex.
What happens? when you're, and that's what's been so impressive about what Fuquay's done this year. When you get down and you're in that rut and you're not winning games, it's easy to lose this game. And that's what we're seeing. Exactly. You got the frustration. That's what you see here with Apex. And now we've got third and more than I can count. And you got Poirier back in a shot. There's a quick break on the ball. Jack Birch, did they flag that? See, that's shady. He got out of bounds, but not that much, and then kept running. Didn't hear the whistle. He's been studying for the SAT this week. There we go.
Good luck.
And
they are, in fact, signaling personal foul on the Bengals. Is going to result in a 4th and long one for the Cougars. That's a big penalty against the Bengals. Again, the runner had not given himself up. There was no indication that the play was over. Whistles are tough to hear.
Questionable play call.
Punt team is on, but I'm not believing it. Fuquay's hustling to get people off the field. Apex hustling to get people off the field. Play one. We're going to have a delay a game and back them up 5 yards. A lot of miscommunication on both sides of the field. That Fuquay running guys off. Linemen for the Cougars hustling to the sideline, and just not going on there. If Apex was in fact going to punt, that penalty's not that huge. But really, when you're down 20-0, I can't imagine why you're going to give up on an attainable.
Yeah, I don't understand the idea of punting 42 on your side of the 50, especially down 20 zip early in the game. I mean,
you have nothing to lose.
Yeah, you got a little momentum going, and like you said, nothing to lose. I mean, you're down 20 zip. You gotta start cutting into that.
Just between a 60-yard touchdown and an 80-yard touchdown. Not a thing except about 2 seconds. And then that's the punt you come out with off the side of his foot. It's going to be Fuquay 1st and 10 on the 37-yard line, and I'm going to tell you, the brand happy about that punt.
Yeah, that is a net punt of 14 yards, and that probably went about 14 yards in the air. So
14 squared.
The brand disapproves.
By the way, I'd like to give a huge shout out to our cameraman Nate Perez, who is currently carrying this phone right now. So thank you, Nate.
And the wallet of R3 Sports. And wing T, man in motion, dive back up the middle. I believe that was,
first down short.
I believe that was his on deal. I wasn't sure.
Looks like Danny O'Connor and Aiden.
And that's the Fuquay of old. Not a huge play, but a gain of 2 yards.
Danny O'Connor and Sam Mizell on the time.
Little counteraction. Lions is going to be held up for a loss on the play this time.
Taken down in the backfield by Nick Carlisle and Danny O'Connor on the tackle in the backfield.
3rd about 9. Ball on the 39-yard line. Flag down. He had illegal motion.
Ball start on Fuquay, 5-yard penalty.
And looking at 3rd and about 14. Braswell back to pass. Parker going across the middle, missed him, and that's going to set up a Fuquay punt.
Brings up 4th down with 2.5 seconds remaining in the first.
True statement. 5 seconds left in the quarter. And Matthew Lyons is back to the front. Hunter's block, and we may look at a scoop and for the Cougars. That's a turning point kind of play. Did not have a chance to get that off. Cougars had 3 men surrounding Lyons. And what's worse is he's a little slow to get up. Took a shot from 3 Cougars. Ball was bobbled, and then a scoop and score for the Cougars.
Is dying as well.
Well, we talked about it in the opening. The big plays need to go in our favor. We were 5 seconds away from getting out of a scoreless quarter, and then special teams rears its ugly head. Little muddle huddle for the Cougars. They shift into form. Not quite sure why the play clock's not running. Ball is down. Ball is up. Ball is good.
It's good.
So, going to go into the second quarter. 7. I'm sure they will correct the scoreboard on the field as soon as. First and 10 Bengals. Chaparral again in the backfield. Man in motion right to left. Chaparral with the stretch run and carries it for a gain of about 6. This is the Bengal offense that we're used to seeing, Evan. You know, we're just hammering away. We're being patient, taking our time. Clock's running. This is a Fuquay drive of old. Ground and pound.
So apparently I thought I muted the crowd mic, but I muted us. So on the bright side, they couldn't hear us while we were in that pause, so that was good.
Are we still muted?
No.
All right. I have no idea what you're hearing, what you're not hearing. Fuquay's driving. I think we had 2 men in motion and we got away with it. We've got a carry around the left. That is Shea Pittman on the carry, and enough for a first down. And that's something that we've seen for years as well. We've said it for 5 years. We've used the phrase stable of runners, and that's true. And I haven't called a single name out tonight. I think you got a block by one of the ball carriers. You got a block by Chaparral early in the game. Haven't identified a blocker, but the offensive line is doing it. And that's Pittman on the carry. Forced out of bounds at the 7-yard line. I feel like we've been throwing that lateral a lot more this year than we have in the past. Makes me nervous every time. Absolutely. But again, we're throwing it. Hopefully, if it's missed, it's going to carry out of bounds. But I just not a fan. A lot of risk. In my opinion, yes. Fuquay is going to be moving it back. I think we had a hold on the Bengals. So we're going to have 1st and 6, it looks like, from the 17-yard line. Chaparral in the backfield. Pittman in motion right to left. Pittman on the pitch. Pittman breaks a couple tackles. Yards. 3 Cougars in the backfield. Pittman kind of turned his shoulders, split the tackles, and was able to fall forwards for a small gain. We've got a lead, and we've got, Jackson Barker on the carry on the lead run to the right, and then knocked to the ground with a 1st down carry. And he must be just inside the 10-yard line as the chains have been dropped, and the 1st down marker from here looks like it is right on the 10-yard line. So we've got 1st and goal to go with 7:10 to go in the 1st quarter. Matthew Lyons in the backfield. Braswell in a pistol. And Lyons with the carry up the middle for a gain of about 2. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Hey, this is, yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. Lyons did take a shot on that punt. He's back in and running the ball up the middle. And that's, I love watching this kind of football. I love to watch guys hit people in the mouth. I love to watch the ball carriers find gaps. To me, this is more exciting than putting the ball on the field in the air 30 times a game. Chaparral with the carry off the left tackle. We've got a flag down on the play. Clock is going to be stopped with 6:08 on the clock. And another hold on the Fuquay offense. It's a little more damaging than the last hold we had. We got 2nd and goal from the 12-yard line. But Dylan Smith checks into the game for Connor Chaparral. Lyons is in the backfield. Smith is split out to the right. Pitch to Lyons. Huge kick out block by Jackson Barker on the left side. Gain on the play. It's going to be 3rd and goal from the 6-yard line. And Smith's checking out. Got Ethan Burke in for Smith. 2 receivers to the right. We've got Chaparral in the backfield. Braswell under center. Another lead run to the left. That's Matthew Lyons on the carry. It's going to be 4th and goal. Looks like the two-ish. Yeah, maybe the 3-yard line. Ball's on the left hash. The offense is remaining on the field. 4th and goal.
It is 4th and 2.
Clock is running. Under 4.5 minutes to go in the quarter. The Apex crowd's making some noise. Wells under center. Lead play to the left. Lions with the carry. Lions with a touchdown. 26-7. And I believe Matthew Jones has returned to the field. And actually, that is incorrect. That is not Matthew Jones. Is that? Okay, Matthew Jones on to kick. Kick is up and good. 27-7. We're back with our 20-point lead with 4 minutes and 14 seconds to go in the second quarter. So what do we take out of this so far? Are we encouraged by the play, or are we keeping in mind that the opponent is not it's not Garner.
It's not Garner, it's not Holly Springs. I mean, it's arguably one of the lower tier teams there with South Garner, obviously.
But is it a good training session? It's a good sign. They're seeing an offense that clicks, and one of the first things you've got to do to put a winning program, and I say a winning program as if they haven't been successful, but kind of new group, new identity, new feel to the team, and we've got another issue with Apex. Is he signaling to? Calling for a trainer? It is. They've got the lightning detector out. A little electricity in the air. Because what we needed was a delay. But as we were saying, here we go. We're getting ready to have an announcement, I think. Coach Hall comes out on the field to get the message. Good sign. Apex has taken the field, so apparently we're still going to be playing. I'm not sure that we're following state directives, but the teams are taking the field.
Do you mind if
maybe the hope is get through the half, and while we're at halftime, whatever is in the area clears out of the area, and we're good to go. No, not yet. We were talking about the level of competition. We were talking about the offense. We're getting a little confidence for our guys. We're getting a little continuity in the offense, a little bit of a rhythm in the play calling. Seeing some wrinkles that we haven't. We haven't seen a lot of lead plays in the past. Ball is on the tee. Fair catch signaled for. And it's going to be 1st and 10 Apex. At the 37-yard line. With the fair catch, no time runs off the clock. We're still sitting at 4:14. Apex. Poirier back to pass, pump fake, throwing it deep with a man on his back, has a man wide open, just out of the reach. I believe that was Nick Carlisle. Bright side, he was under pressure when he made the throw. Quick throw through the hands of Jack Toscano. So quickly, it goes to 3rd and 10. 11 off the clock on this possession. Fuquay might have time to put another score on the board at this rate. Poirier scrambles to his left, throws complete to Luco Odo. It's going to be 4th and about, wow, what a generous spot. That was reminiscent of the NFL referee who couldn't decide which side of his foot to use this past weekend. So we're going to go 4th and 1. Apex carrying their offense on the field this time. Not sure what the difference is between this and the last decision to punt, but here we go. 4th and 1 for the whistles blown. Timeout, Fuquay. Not a bad timeout. Give Apex a chance to get cowardly. Not they would go for it now. When they punted last time, they had a similar situation on actually the offensive side of the field. I'm not sure about that thought process. No, they have to. I'm not sure. Well, they're trying to catch. Wanted to be so quick with their offense. When you've got a deficit in talent, it seems to me like you want to run that clock and limit the number of possessions for the other team. And Apex has done anything but that between their quickness to line up and snap and the number of throws they've heaved incomplete. It's not a good scenario for running clock and giving your guys a chance to win. Here we go. We got 3 men in the backfield for the Cougs. Behind. He almost got. Oh, he did. Hard count by Poirier. Does a nice job of pulling off. See if we can't get a first down, and then never know what happens. You know, if I was Tony Romo, I'd be calling a counter here. That's what Coach Hall tended to do in big play situations. Exactly.
Just so you know, we're starting to have some more video problems again. It's doing the thing where it cuts off. I don't know what to do about that now.
No problems, just opportunities for success. You should read real quick, but make it fast.
Roger. There's one team in the triangle that has the best game plan for selling your home.
Faster.
It starts with a well-priced home, which will often generate competing offers and drive up the final sale price. The players you want on your side are the Absher Realty Group. Visit theabsherrealtygroup.com today and tell them you want to be on Team Absher.
Nicely done. You are such a magician.
Thank you.
All right, Bengal offense on the field. Uzindu in the backfield. 3rd and 8. Braswell under center. Nice. Swing pass to Barker. Good for about 12 yards and a Fuquay first down at the Apex 29-yard line. It's really hard to figure out where the ball is. These line judges just seem to stand in random spots. Fuquay, no huddle on the field. Clock's running again. Not sure why it's running. The ball wasn't set yet. The chains hadn't been moved, but here we go. Braswell in the pistol, drops back, and now we've got a whistle. Got an illegal motion, false start on the Bengals, and I'm going to put that on the referees. Clock shouldn't be started until the ball's set, the referee's out of the line, and the chains have moved. And the way they're starting that clock, Fuquay was under pressure to get the ball moving, and now they're going to be forced to burn a timeout. So Fuquay burns their second timeout of the half. We've got 21.5 seconds to go in the half. We've got a 21-7 lead. We've got 1st and 15 from the Apex 34-yard line. We've also got a plethora of technical difficulties that are being overcome. This is what had happened. What had happened was Rand has expanded his network for whatever reason to include the purple of Holly Springs. He had issues with his crew there tonight. He had this excuse, he had that excuse. It was Rand had to go to Holly Springs to present their game. Now, it makes me feel a little bit better. Rand is also having technical difficulties at his location. So, what you have are two subpar broadcasts. R3 Sports Network and the Bengals are on the field. Braswell back. Braswell scrambles right. Braswell escapes the tackle. Braswell finds Burke. Breaks one, breaks two, and then brought down at the 2. Clock stops with the move of chains. I say hustle down there, spike this thing. Hustling to get lined up. Clock is rolling. We must be at apex. Why is the clock rolling when the umpire is standing over the ball? That's 4.7 to go. And really, you may as well call the timeout now. You don't have time to run two. You may as well call the timeout and get yourself set. Cougars running linemen on and off the field. I think that's what's going to happen. Fuquay is going to just take their time here, and I think they're going to take a timeout here right in probably about 8 seconds from now or sooner. Here we go. Fuquay timeout. 4 seconds to go in the half. 27-7. First and goal. Ball on the 4-yard line. And again, I'm questioning the timing there. Umpire was still standing over the ball. We had no opportunity to snap it. 5 seconds ran off the clock. That clock shouldn't get wound up until the official's in his position. I call it straight cheating, my friend. So what do we have here? We have a counter. We're going to have the lead play. We've been running that lead a lot. We've got time for one play. You only have time for one, so it's got to be the best thing you've got in your pocket. That was a great and a good. And nice on the backside of that by Braswell. He had to escape a couple tacklers and threw it on the run. All right, here we go. Second and goal, 4-yard line. And it is the lead off the left, and it is Lions untouched. 6 more. 33-7, if I'm doing my math correctly. Matthew Jones is going to step onto the field. Not a bad half of football for the Bengals. Excited to see. If it wasn't for the poor quality of the broadcast, I suggest maybe Ren should stay away every week. Kick is up and good. 34-7, 8-10. I guess I was wrong. You did have time for 2 plays because there are, in fact, 0.8 of a second left. The way Apex has been, yeah, that's true. Apex is going to fair catch. They'll have one shot, probably just going to take a knee here in a minute. The coaches have departed the press box. So they'll fair catch this kickoff. Their offense will run out, take a knee. Or perhaps not. Perhaps they get a run. I'm going to say they just hold the ball a second, take a knee. That's my prediction. Hold the ball a second, take a knee. It just occurred to me, we're going to have to figure for about 15 minutes here in a minute. Hey, and you were just talking junk about him not 5 minutes ago. You were my friend. Oh, you were talking about South Garner. I thought. It's good to respect everybody. Respect everyone, fear no one. Put that on a T-shirt. University of Chicago. What is that?
I can't tell you. I have the shirt. I can't tell you it's too small.
Is there one more thing going on there in the thrift shop? Leather. And the ball bounces out of bounds, untouched. How about if we off of an apex returner? They walk off the 5 yards for the ball being kicked out of bounds. Fuquay is going to come out with 3 men on the. And I would venture to say, actually, they're not. Pretty traditional defensive formation for the Bengals. Maybe a nickel, maybe. And in fact, Apex does take a knee. That takes us to halftime. I imagine Luke has a ball to read. Luke says he does not have anything to read. Do we have somewhere we can go?
When Mike decided to start a family, we knew we needed to plan for the future. We contacted Dickens Insurance Agency. They walked us through all the important information about life, and they told us how we could save even more by combining our auto, home, and life insurance plans. The best part is, they talked with us like we're their neighbors, not like their client.
Visit Dickens Agency at 402 Wake Chapel Road or online at dickensinsurance.com. Dickens Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Bengal athletics.
Houses in the Triangle are selling quickly. That doesn't mean you shouldn't have someone on your side making sure you get every penny your home is worth. Krista Absher and her team at the Absher Realty Group want to make selling your home as stress-free and seamless as possible, and they'll help you find street or across the country. Next time you're at Bengal Stadium, look to the scoreboard for contact information from this network's presenting sponsor and a premier Bengal Booster Club sponsor. Visit theabsherrealtygroup.com today.
Hey, honey, where should we eat tonight?
Let's see. Oh, how about the Aviators try their buffalo fried chicken wrap?
Oh, yeah, we should start with the beer-batted onion rings. Ooh, and how about some smokehouse ribs? Then maybe I'll go with the...
Whoa there, Tiger. We can... You don't have to try it all tonight.
I know. Maybe I'll just add the smokehouse salad on the side, too?
Whatever you say, dear.
Aviator Smokehouse and Stewart. Online at aviatorbrew.com/smokehouse. Welcome into Bengals at the Half, presented by Dickens Insurance Agency. Break down the first half with stats and analysis. We'll take a look around the triangle with scores from tonight's matchups. And we'll preview this weekend's action on the college and gridirons. But first, let's step off the gridiron and meet the Bengals, a new student athlete each week. Here's your host for Bengals at the Half, Rogers.
Evan Rogers, Bengals at the half. Give us some scores.
Welcome back to Bengals at the Half, presented by Dickens Insurance. I'm here with Sydney Brizzy for another this week's edition of Player Pro.
We actually have a spotter there. We can get you that score. You talk about everybody.
She's a member of DECA, the National Honor Society, and the National Technical Honor Society. Outside of school, she can always go to the beach, volunteering, and hang out with friends and family. Olivia plans to study elementary education at NC State University.
Somebody in Raleigh's in action, man. Give us something. Broughton. East Wade.
We need to run a commercial.
So, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to let them run through this senior court a little bit more. We're going to let Evan keep scrolling through a source for scores. I'm trying to get a score from Holly Springs from Rand, and we're going to take a short break.
Protecting your family. Your company that's been doing just that in Fuquay-Varina since 1956 is Dickens Insurance Agency. Their agents are tried and tested and are able to handle any questions you may have regarding your insurance needs. And if you combine your personal auto, homeowners, and life insurance, let the savings start rolling in. Visit Dickens Insurance Agency at 402 Wake Chapel Road or online at dickensinsurance.com.
After more than 20 years in the corporate world, Pam Castles decided to step out on her own, establishing P. Castles Law, PLLC. She's available for commercial transactional, legal services, such as contracts for purchases and sales of goods and services, and non-disclosure and non-compete agreements and transportation contracts. Contact Pam at 919-534-5735 or Pam at pcastleslaw.com. P. Law, this year's sponsor of the Players of the Game.
Window Effects has become the leading car and truck window tinting expert in the area. But that's not all. Window Effects has taken a process developed for your vehicles and applied it to the doors and windows of your home or business. This process guarantees there are no imperfections in the tinting, and the film has a lifetime factory warranty. Protect your home and the valuables in it. Think of Window Effects in Andrew. Search for Window Effects on Facebook. This year's Plays of the Game sponsor on the Bengal R3 Sports Network.
Welcome back to Bengals at the Half, presented by Dickens Insurance. I'm here with Sydney Brizzi for this week's edition of Player Profile here with R3 Productions. And Sydney, introduce yourself.
Hello, my name is Sydney Brizzi, and I play here at Fuquay for the volleyball team. This is my second year playing here, and the season's going really well so far.
And speaking about the season, what's y'all's record, and how's the forecast looking for the future of the Fuquay-Varina women's volleyball team?
So right now we are 9-4. We just lost a tough game last night, but the night prior to that we actually beat Apex Friendship, and they were number 1 in the conference, so that was a really big win for us.
And getting such a big win against Apex Friendship, saying they were the best team in the conference, it takes a lot of team unity. So what have you seen from this season as far as the players coming together, working for one cause?
Yeah, so volleyball is basically it's just a major team sport. If you don't have team unity, you don't have anything. So we really came together on Monday, and we really played our best game as a team, and we came together and won against them.
And sounds like you guys are being very successful this year, and playoffs are definitely a possibility in the future. So what would be, I think, a team goal for you guys this season?
A team goal is really just to show up every game, mentally and physically. We really got to come and play our game every game, no matter what game it is.
All right, thank you. Good luck on the rest of the season and possibly in the postseason.
Thank you.
History for you. I'm kind of a history trivia kind of buff. There's some green around that Block A tonight, if you haven't noticed, and all the athletic staff wearing their green, and green is really a prominent color, and it is in fact an old color. All right. So what we had here was a merger of two schools, as happened quite frequently in the 70s. They brought the two schools together, and came up with a color scheme of green, black, and gold. And over the years, I'm getting the 80s with the Hurricanes, the U. Black became a popular color, an alternate jersey for a lot of schools. Green kind of forced out, and Apex became a black and gold school. And this year they decided to go back in history, go back to the tradition, and represent everyone that needed to be represented in the Apex community. And green is, once again, a prominent part of the Apex colors, and I'm sure will become a part of the uniforms as they go through their cycle of uniform replacement.
Dickens Insurance Agency has been serving the Fuquay-Varina community since 1956. Whether you need coverage for your home, your car, your Dickens Insurance Agency has the answer to your question. Give them a call at 919-552-5603, visit them online at dickensinsurance.com, or stop by and visit them in the heart of Fuquay-Varina at the 402 Wake Chapel Road. Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Bengal Athletics. Also, have you gotten your all-sports season pass yet? Fuquay-Varina Athletic Booster Club's goal is to provide support and information to students, faculty, parents, and the community about Bengal athletics. Get your membership today, boosterclub.com.
All right, so we have a score from Holly Springs. Have you already given it? 21-0. That score, thanks to Mr. Rand Northam, running things at Holly Springs. Hopefully his night's going a little bit smoother now than it was earlier. So, college football. We had Navy and Memphis last night. Saw some option play out of Navy last night. We saw Memphis win. So we had that last night, and we are looking forward to whom this weekend. Let me tell you a little something about this app game. $200. Cheapest seats on SeatGeek, StubHub, whatever, on the earth and the moon. $200 for an Appalachian lawn ticket to sit on grass. $200. Kid Brewer Stadium. Hey, best football in the state, buddy. Best football in the state. All right. Well, I'm glad that you can. What else? So we've got Coastal Carolina tomorrow. Is that correct? Yeah. Family night. Is it homecoming or just family weekend? Okay, family weekend. Sellout crowd. Going to be loud at the Rock. I'm not going to lie. I'm nervous. Let down coming off a big win over Chapel Hill. I'm a little bit perturbed about to-do that was made about us just eking out a victory over a subpar football program. I think we should have done better. I think we should have been more dominant. And I would have liked, after the game, the entire Appalachian community to act like they expected to win that game. Yeah, it was the first power since the Michigan win on September 1, 2006-7, 34-32 at the Big House. First Power 5 win over there, but we've been in Power 5 games before. Should have beat Tennessee. Should have beat Auburn. We've been in that position before. Last weekend we came out on top. Should have just acted like it was expected. Who else we got? Hosting Clemson. Okay. Let me ask you this question. What I'm picturing is a stadium that has baby blue seats. I'm picturing a crowd that will probably be wearing baby blue. And I'm picturing a crowd that will be wearing orange and or purple. Which color is going to dominate the stadium? The shirts, the seats, or the orange and purple? I'm talking about first quarter. You think the shirts are going to outnumber? You think they're going to be wearing blue, though, or you think they're going to wear a neutral color and try to slip out unnoticed? Okay. All right. Would you have a prediction for the game? Whatever. You just said you were an App fan. How can you be biased in a game between two teams that don't involve App? Do we know the spread? Have we looked it up? 27.5 the spread. You're saying 35. Okay. And your biased opinion? You're about your mind. All right, who else we got? The State play tomorrow? State took a loss, if I'm not mistaken, to before that. West Virginia took a loss, and then they looked bad against Ball State. Appalachian again, best team in the state. So they've got Florida State tomorrow. In Tallahassee, Chief Osceola is going to be putting the spear in the midfield. This is my question for you, and this is actually a serious. I asked a Florida State alum last week, and I'm serious. How long is it going to go before the Seminole tribe says, you know what, we're not so cool with you using our logos and trademarks and using our culture anymore? How about if you guys become the Braves or the... I'd not be real happy with the presentation of my culture if I'm a Seminole.
Run a commercial break.
We're going to take a commercial break.
Krista Absher and her team at the Absher Realty Group dedicate their time and lives to helping you make one of the biggest decisions of your life, buying and selling your home. The real estate market in the Triangle is one of the best housing markets in the country, and you will want the most professional, experienced, trained, and knowledgeable agents on your side helping you. Lucky for you, they're based on Broad Street, just a minute from the high school. Mention this ad and receive a free home warranty with your next home purchase. Visit theabsherrealtygroup.com today.
The Aviator Smokehouse was established in Fuquay-Varina in 2011 and features some of the finest food Broad Street has to offer. You've got to try their famous Aviator wings with dry rub, or maybe the sweet and tangy Hickory Aviator sauce. If you can attempt the Imperial Moco Loco sauce, but you'd better have a cool beverage standing by. That's just a sample of what's available at the Aviator Smokehouse. There's something there for everyone, so stop by today. The Smokehouse is at the corner of Broad and Stewart, or online at Aviator Smokehouse.
When I met Arnie and Monty Bullock of Dickens Insurance Agency, I could tell they bleed orange. They're connected to the Fuquay-Varina community and are committed to helping the community protect its assets. Whether it's your family, your personal property, or your business, Dickens Insurance Agency is there for you. Contact Fuquay-Varina alumni Arnie or Monty of the agents at Dickens Insurance Agency at 919-552-5603. Visit them online at dickensinsurance.com or stop by and visit them in the heart of Fuquay-Varina at 402 Wakechapel Road.
All right, we're going to do a quick commercial reading right now. So, Wiring Solutions has been a leader in home theater installation since 2002. From the Triangle to the coast, Solutions proudly serves throughout all of North Carolina. Expect the best. Call Creative Wiring Solutions to start your install today. 919-557-6... And we will be back.
So, we had one more college game to talk about.
Commercial.
One more college game to talk about.
Getting the most for your home or property means doing more than putting a for sale sign out front. In a competitive market where new homes for sale are added daily, your listing needs to be seen in a variety of places in order to stand out. To ensure your home gets noticed and sells without a hitch for full market value, consider working with a top professional at the Absher Realty Group, powered by Fathom Realty. Krista and her team will put together a strategic pricing and marketing plan to get your home sold quickly. Visit theabsherrealtygroup.com today.
Winging It Tap House and Grill didn't just remodel their name. They remodeled their restaurant to give you the experience possible. Whether you like a place to meet and eat with friends, listen to a local band, or challenge your buddy to a round of bingo, Winging It Tap House and Grill is the place to be in Fuquay-Varina. Winging It Tap House and Grill is located in the 5 Point Center next to Sheets on the east side of Fuquay-Varina. New name, same great place.
When my husband and I decided to start a family, we knew we needed to plan for the future. We contacted Dickens Insurance Agency. They walked us through all the important information about life and annuity products, and they told us how we could save even more by combining our auto, home, and life insurance plans. The best part is, they talked with us like we're their neighbors, not like their client.
Visit Dickens Insurance Agency at 402 Wake Chapel Road or online at dickensinsurance.com. Dickens Insurance Agency, a proud supporter of Bengal athletics.
It's a good thing for me to know before we talk about it. There. VPI. Huh? That's right. VPI, Virginia Polytechnic Institute. That's kind of one of my bucket list things. I'd love to hit up Blacksburg on one of those Thursday night games, and you know that, right? Without a doubt, without a doubt. The introduction music for one Mariano Rivera. For the Yankees. You look a little confused. You know who I'm talking about. Greatest closer of all time. Mariano Rivera for the Yankees. And from all reports, a great guy. So we are seconds away from putting a ball on a tee and Fuquay taking the first possession of the half. Worked out kind of well. What we wanted was a score and the ball back, and that's what we got. Just as time expired in the first half, we took the 34-7 lead, secure in the knowledge that Apex was going to be kicking the ball to the Bengals from east to west here to start the second half. Nice crowd for Apex.
Yeah, you're right.
You got to give them credit. Maybe a little bit of a rivalry game. They've got the dump in town. They're bitter about that. They got Fuquay right up the street. They thought they had a chance to win tonight. The student section was full, is full. Cell phones are out. Speaking of Enter Sandman, that is in fact what is playing right now. A little Metallica for your listening pleasure. That might be the best thing that happens to us all year. All right, Apex is in. Illegal motion on Fuquay. Backing him up 5 yards. I'm not sure why that ineligible motion or that illegal shift.
It's not a dead ball?
Well, it was thrown 12 yards downfield.
Huh.
Things that make you go, That's an Arsenio Hall thing. You don't know about that either, do you? 2nd and 15 from the Apex 41-yard line. Braswell under center, Schiapparelli again in the backfield. We've got one man out to the right. We've got a bunch to the left. Ball is snapped. We have Schiapparelli up the middle and tackled around his neck after. I'm sorry, that wasn't.
It's Matthew Lyons.
That was Lyons on the carry. Lyons on the carry, gains about 7. It's going to be 3rd and 8, we'll say, 3rd and 9. And Fuquay taking their time getting the play in. It's a good thing because I've been forgetting all about that stupid camera. All right. That's no good. Braswell trips as he comes out with it and ends up taking a 5-yard loss. It's going to be 4th and 13 for the Bengals.
Say throw this one up.
Why not?
I mean,
worst case scenario is you give the ball back on
the 40-yard line.
On the
Apex offense hasn't gotten really any rhythm tonight by any means. So
I don't disagree with that. Throw the ball downfield about 15, 17 yards to Burt.
Yeah.
See if you get a first down. See if you get an interception. It's as good as a punt. We'll see what we got. Bunch to the right. I think that's Burke split out to the left. Braswell's dropping. We're going motion timeout. I might be wrong. It's happened before. Hard count. I was halfway wrong. It wasn't motion timeout. It was motion timeout. And not a timeout. It's a delay of game, which is fine. Punt team on. I don't know. Why not try? What's it going to hurt to give the ball up there? You've shut down the Apex offense pretty much all game. Got an Apex guy lined up off sides. He backs himself up. Is that Lions back to punt? High snap. Nice boot. And the ball is received at the 10-yard line and immediately tackled by a plethora of Bengals. Apex is going to take over on their own 10-yard line with 8:34 to go in the third quarter. 34-7 lead for the Bengals. Apex hustles to the line. Poirier with a quick pass out to the right and a gain of 5 yards for the Cougar offense.
Tackled by Makai Weekly.
Good call by you. First down for the Cougars.
That is enough for Apex Cougars. First down.
Good for Rand. I know he was getting pretty frustrated over there. He said he struggled with the entire half. You live and learn. This was, a chance at expansion. Certainly nothing happened his fault. I apologize that you a subpar broadcast tonight from our end, both in technology and in the broadcasting. And if you're showing me something, I can't read it, man. I got terrible eyes. Apex incomplete out to the left. It's going to be 3rd and about 12. Clock stopped at 7:07, 3rd and 12 from 20. Apex pistol, waggle to the left. Feet set, throws complete for a first down. That is Luco Odo. First and 10 on the Apex 32-yard line. That was a nice looking offensive play there.
Yeah, a little rollout. Hit your man going toward the sideline.
Design scramble, a complete pass. Apex on the line again. Poirier in the pistol. Signals, carries, option, pitch, and Fuquay. That's going to be about an 8-yard loss there.
Good read on that option play.
Absolutely. We talked a lot about read option. I haven't noticed a whole lot of it tonight, but nice job on the assignment football by the Bengal D. It's going to be 2nd and about 15.
And like you said, with Fuquay being predominantly option in the for the past few years, I bet they've seen that a lot in practice. So
one would hope. 2nd and 15. With the dive, immediately wrapped up. Short gain, 1 yard, 3rd and 12 yards to go for the first down from the Apex 28-yard line. I can't help but question the thought process in running a hurry-up offense with the team.
That doesn't have rhythm, really.
Doesn't have rhyme. Just doesn't have a lot going on. Cougars in the pistol, trips left, shuffles his feet, gets that, has a man wide open over the middle. Would love to tell you his name, but I can't. I can actually. Matt Gully down the seam for the Cougars, but the ball was overthrown by just a stride, or that's 6 points for the Cougars. But it is not. It is, in fact, 4th, and I'm thinking that's worth a measure. What do I know? 3rd and less than a yard to go. Ball on the 22-yard line of the Cougars. You're exactly right. Confidence. The offensive line is able to concentrate on just one thing, run blocking. The offense is coming in on time. We're getting lined up in rhythm. This is an offense that you can build around. Maybe not everything we want to do this year, but it's a good foundation for next. 2 men split wide to the right. Uzondo untouched until he gets 6 yards into the defensive secondary. What do we have there? Perhaps he was untouched because there was a hold on the Fuquay offense. I did not see the flag. I did not see the signal, but here we are, 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6. The ball on the Apex 32-yard line. Once again, I got to give Rand credit. He sees that ahead of time. Counter to the left. Couple broken tackles. Falls forward for a short gain. It's going to be 4th and about 5 for the Bengal offense, and a decision to be made by Coach Hall. You're not in field goal range. You're too deep to punt.
Air it out.
I'm going to say, I don't know
counter.
about that.
You thinking counter or quick pitch?
We've been going with that lead situations tonight. I think you're going to see a lead left or a lead right, and I think you're going to see a first down here for the Bengals. Uzondo by himself in the backfield. Timeout signaled. By the Fuquay offense. So, situation is 36.3 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. 34-7. 4th and about 5. Ball sitting squarely on the Apex 26-yard line. Timeout here at Apex High School. Certainly Luke has something to read now. The text messages. Turn your microphone on.
Are you getting the most out of your insurance policy? Whether it's life, homeowners, or business insurance, Dickens Insurance Agency will sit down with you and walk you through every step of the process. Contact Fuquay-Varina alumni Arnie and Monty Bullock at Dickens Insurance Agency at 919-552-5603, DickensInsurance.com, or stop by and visit them in the heart of Fuquay-Varina at 402 Wake Chapel Road.
Fuquay-Varina with the snap, quick throw out to the left. He breaks one tackle. He broke one tackle, plenty of yards for a first down. Ball's going to be inside the 10-yard line. It's going to be full.
A proud supporter of Bengal athletics.
First and goal for the Bengals, under 30 seconds to go in the quarter.
And we have an injured Cougar.
You want to read that again in its entirety? Microphone always helps.
Yeah, need to read a different one. Creative Wiring Solutions has been a leader in creativewiring.com.
Golden vocal cords. Man. Do I want to? No, you little pitchy, bro. A little bit. But you can act like nobody's business. And read for Absher or whomever. You should start selling your voice right now, man. Make some dinero. I'm not going to lie. I'm getting a little stuffy up in here.
I've been stuffy since the first quarter.
I've got the advantage. I'm at least kind of in front of the open window from it, but I'm kind of in front of it. You're over there in the corner with no air moving. They've got this nice-looking air conditioning unit that is clearly not attached to anything. They've got straption on the wall that is clearly not blowing out any cool air. Got the lights turned out, so at least we can see the field.
It's no
AC.
AC.
It's nice, a lot of room up here, but the window situation is just suboptimal. So the teams take the field. Fuquay's lined up. Got two men in the backfield behind Braswell under center. Looks like a lead, sure enough. Bounces off one, bounces off the ball's in the dirt. I believe.
Marketing plan to get your home sold quickly. Visit theabshurerealtygroup.com today.
Oh my gosh, I'm stuffed.
I told you not to eat so much.
I couldn't help it. That sweet and tangy hickory aviator sauce dripping off those wings.
Yeah, well, you sure took a big bite out of my pulled pork sandwich, too.
Oh, and the fries with ranch.
Blue cheese.
Whew, you're gonna have to roll me out of here.
You know, I could have a couple onion rings.
I could eat.
Honey, you can always eat.
Aviator Smokehouse. Online at aviatorbrew.com/smokehouse.
And we are back. I don't know which is which.
That's a great question.
Either way, not a fan.
I'm going to go with Miley.
Okay, we'll go with Miley. I mean, talented, I guess. Now we've got the situation on the field. Don't like that one bit. Don't like that one bit. This might be more interesting than what's happening on the field here.
Miley Cyrus did sing Party in the USA.
What are we looking at?
I'm blocked out over here.
Shape carry.
Pittman with the carry to the right. And it looked like a successful run that was tackled, not run out of the clock, was wound. The ball is up around the 3-yard line. So we've got 3rd and goal for the Bengal offense. Patiently huddling. Not exactly sure what that Apex chant is. Pretty sure I don't want to know.
You don't.
Pitch out.
Oh, good
Barker.
move.
Inside the pylon. Touchdown, Bengals. That's going to make it 40-7 for the Bengals. And I'm sure Matthew Jones will be on the field to kick the PAT. All right, we've got to have one more scoring drive, and this is my goal. I want to put together a call that's good enough to get played before the game every week. Okay, I don't know what the SAT scores are like at Apex High School. I'm standing here in a Fuquay orange shirt, and Joker's asking me where his stuff is.
How was the kick?
I'm going to say it was good. It
was good.
41-7. Fuquay-Varina, 11:04 to go in the game.
All right, for most of us, our home is our biggest investment. When it's time to sell, get the value you deserve with the help of a professional realtor. Krista Absher and her team at the Absher Realty Group are standing by to help you get the highest value for your home. Don't hesitate. Visit theabsherrealtygroup.com and tell them you want Team Absher on your side.
Nicely done. So, ball going on the tee at the 40-yard line, as it always does for kickoffs. Still 11:04 on the clock. Still 41-7 Bengals.
And 6 points away from running clock.
I was just about to say.
We're almost there.
One score away from the running clock. At this point, then, does it really matter? We're finally, talk about the Fuquay rhythm, we're finally catching our rhythm. Not doing a bad job.
Yeah.
Luke has figured this thing out.
No.
Evan's got scores rolling. We've got stats on the, I don't know how you're doing what you do.
Me?
High kick up the middle and fair caught at the Apex 37-yard line. It's going to be 1st and 10 for the Cougars. Yeah, you. Counting yards, that's hard to do, to count the yards on this field. I mean, even with the increments in it.
You take what they get it at, 36, that's 14, and then it's kicked from the 40, that's 10.
Hey, go be an accounting major, buddy. Walker College of Business, shout out. They're in Houston this week, Dallas rather. Happy about that. My daughter's getting all kinds of traveling experiences. Apex, screen to the right. Not screened well enough, though. No gain for the Cougars. It's going to be 2nd and 10. Well defended by the Bengals. Sniffed that one out. Took just too long to get the ball spread out over there, and the Bengals had time to close down on it. So it's going to be 2nd and 10. Apex going no huddle still because it was worked out so well for the first 3 quarters.
Yeah, I don't understand the logic behind it, I guess. I mean,
you got to be who you are.
But, yeah, you just don't change your identity.
RPO, Poirier on the keeper. Gain of about, it's going to be 3rd and short. Ball on the 46-yard line. How is that? How are you not measuring that?
The refs want this game over, too.
What's that?
The refs want this game over.
True.
Guess this is good as mine.
Apex on the sneak. Tom Brady-ish as he gets about 4 yards. This could be 1st and goal from the midfield line. Poirier and pistol. One clap and the snap. Plenty of time. That was, again, an open receiver. That was Jack Toscano going up the right sideline. Well thrown ball through his hands. That's happened 3 or 4 times tonight for Poirier. He's thrown a well thrown ball, had a receiver, targeted him well, and just not able to make the catch. We got too many men on the field for the Bengals trying to substitute out. I'm not sure if Apex ran a substitute. If they did, you have to give Fuquay time. I'm not sure that Apex actually did, although they are now. A little bit reminiscent of Saturday afternoon in Chapel Hill. The Chapel Hill receivers just inexplicably couldn't hold on to the ball. Nothing the Appalachian defense did. I know, we're tired of talking about it, but I'm a little bitter about the whole situation. Maybe we had a timeout called before the flag was thrown. It looks like it, because we are in a timeout now. And
who was that receiver he targeted on the last play? 15?
Jack Toscano, number 15.
Surprised that it went through his hands. He's been his #1 target all night. With
he's been the #1 target all night. He ain't caught anything there.
Well, I mean, you got the little dump-off screen plays.
But he hasn't caught one downfield.
I think that
he
was
caught one across the middle.
Yeah, that was his first, I think, well-thrown deep ball. He's overthrown his guys a few times.
Yeah, but he's put ball on target on some of those mid-range throws.
Yeah.
Could have changed the outlook of the night a little bit, I think. But the offense for Fuquay has been so efficient tonight. I think you were going to be looking at a Fuquay dub regardless of what these receivers have done tonight. Again, Poirier with a quick pass out to the left. Immediately tackled down at the 46-yard line. It's going to be 3rd and about 6 to go. 9 minutes remaining in the game. Apex, no huddle, but not in a hurry. Poirier still talking to his back. Finally ready for the ball. Moves his back to the right. One clap and a snap, I should say. A little counter action by Poirier. Fakes the pitch to the right, carries the ball to the left. Looks to be enough for a first down. Out of bounds to stop the clock.
And we've got another flag.
Waiting for the signal. Chop block.
Wow.
A play you don't see, a call you don't see very often in high school football, but that's going to back the Apex offense up back into their own side of the 50-yard line.
If I'm not mistaken, that's a 15-yard personal foul.
It would appear to be, as the ball is now being placed on the 40-yard line on the Apex side of the field. Fuquay with a couple of quick personnel changes. Apex on the ball. Clock is wound up. Waggle right. Throw right over the hands of his intended receiver, whose number and name are not on my card. Punt team on for Apex, as it's going to be 4th and 20. As the clock is now stopped, under 9 minutes to go in the game. Two men back for Fuquay. Whistles abound. Timeout signaled by Apex. Late personnel changes. I think there was some confusion. Might be the time of the game where you start shuffling some different guys in and out. Somebody will be on. Forces this timeout.
Patrons of Winging It have taken to Yelp and given the Tap House and Grill 4 stars. TripAdvisor has Winging It at 4.5 stars. But don't just take their word, stop by and check it out for yourself. On Main Street at the 5 Point Center next to Sheets. Search Winging It Tap House and Grill on Facebook for a menu and directions.
Score update, Mr. Evan?
Yeah, though it still says in the first quarter, according to High School OT, Friendship was up 14-zip on Middle Creek.
Can be misleading. Sometimes Middle Creek gets down, and then the next morning you look at the score and they win by 35.
Yes.
Uncanny how they do that. Hey, we are ready to play more football here from Apex High School. Good snap. Plenty of time on the kick. Nice little kick. Fortuitous bounce for Apex inside the 15-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal first and 10 for the Bengals on their own 13-yard line.
And we've got a flag down here.
Oh, good.
Little activity going.
Offsetting. We're going to take the ball right where it is. The referee said, we're not messing with this nonsense. We got offsetting. Let's just get on the ball.
First time we saw a punter other than the quarterback
No, we
tonight.
are bringing it back. I'm not sure. I wasn't sure why he was pointing at the ball. I thought if it's offsetting, nothing happened. But now the chains are moving. I don't know.
Been a busy night for the officials. A lot of flags have been thrown.
I'm confused. Offsetting means nothing happened. You play it over. He signaled back as if they were going to replace it. But everybody, including the chains, seems to be moving down the field. I'm sure they got it right. Everything's good. We're all ready to play here. 1st and 10. Ball on the 13-yard line. 8 minutes and 11 seconds to go in the game. The referees are ambling to their positions. Not in any hurry. Plenty of time. And here we go. Familiar formation, familiar motion. Ball handed up the middle for a short gain. It's going to be 2nd and 9 for the Bengals. So that's what Fuquay's game is going to be here. Just ground it out, keep the clock moving, and Apex is going to stack the middle and try to force punts here as the ball is deep inside Fuquay's territory. This is also the time of the game where you might see a counter. You might see that lead block that springs for a big play. When you have 7 men inside the box and they're all crowded in the middle of the field, it opens up the perimeter, and indeed we see lightning flashing once again in the area of Apex High School. And we have that lead through the 4-hole. Short gain. It's going to be 3rd and about 7 for the Bengals. Ball on their 16-yard line. Clock running. Under 7 minutes to go in the half. Quarter. Game, in fact. All of it. All of those were correct. Game would be most correct. As you take your SAT next week, keep that in mind. If there are 3 correct choices, take the most correct of the 3.
There are 3 correct choices. Shameless plug. Bad pun. Shameless pun.
Pitch out to the left. Shakes one, and then dragged out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Good for a first down. Going to stop the clock.
And we've got a flag.
Oh, my goodness gracious. I'm quite certain he went out at 31. They marked it at 29. Either way, it doesn't matter. The ball's going to be taken back. Whew. Probably inside the 10-yard line, judging from the placement of that flag. 2 holdings on Fuquay. No wonder we were able to gain such positive yardage from that. So Fuquay's got their backs inside the 10-yard line. They're backed up. Actually, almost their backs are going to be on the 5-yard line as the ball is placed. We're going to have 3rd and quite a bit, about 17 it looks like.
I guess the rule is you have to hear thunder, or at least that's how they're interpreting it.
Well, I figured if you hear lightning, they would just call it at this point with the score differential.
I would.
Yeah.
I don't know what they do, but I would. Man in motion. Man in motion takes the ball. Room to run. Trucks a couple guys. Carries it past the first down marker. 1st and 10, Fuquay. That is a big, not that the game was at risk, but a big play for the Fuquay offense for field position reasons, for clock reasons, and just for confidence reasons to know that you could have a 3rd and 15 and run the ball for a first down. That is Fuquay offense at its finest. Was that Pierce on the carry?
That was Nigel Pierce.
I thought that was. Yeah. Nigel Pierce with a carry. A lot better than his last carry, I would say.
Impressive truck there at the end. Get some extra yardage.
He needed it, too. He needed it. He got the first down, but just And now we have an Apex player down on the field in front of the Fuquay sidelines. We have 6:19 to play. We have, now this is a nice little feature I'm just now noticing on the Apex scoreboard. They actually have an indicator of which team is in possession of the ball. Not sure why that's necessary in a football game, but it's there. I can tell who has the ball. I don't know a whole lot about football. I know which team's the offense, though.
Well, we've got a report back from home at Fuquay, and it is pouring rain and thundering there. So that's a
Well,
great
let's
sign.
get this thing out of the way before we have to carry all this equipment to the vehicles.
Oh, boy.
In a downpour.
Yeah.
Perhaps we should have technical difficulties right now. Now would be a good time.
Did you check out the new student parking deck by any chance here at Apex High?
Here?
Yeah.
I believe I parked next to it. I came around it and parked in front of it. You're excited about a parking deck, are you?
No, it looks like student accidents written all over it, honestly.
Every student parking lot has student accidents written all over it. You could have tractor trailer size spots. Y'all gonna manage to run into stuff. 1st and 10, pitch out to the left. Stay in bounds, young man. Stay in bounds. And he is dragged down. That is Pittman on the carry around the left side. About 11 yards. We're stopping the clock to move the chains.
Please tell me we
Do
don't
we
have
have
another
a flag?
flag.
The
We do
referees are
have another flag.
conferencing.
This is reminding me of Garner last year when we were under the tent.
I remember.
When I think I kept track of about 4 straight flags on back-to-back
How
plays.
could we have a hold at the end of the run?
Are they getting paid by the
Face
flag?
mask. Not a pops in 15, but you know what? We can get 15 yards. We certainly can get it done in 4 downs. Let's run the clock some more. 1st and 15, 1st and 13 for the Bengals. The ball sitting on the 21-yard line. Clock runs. Under 6 minutes to go in the game, the quarter, the half. Lightning flash, or rolls. And yet, speaking of rolls, roll Bengals.
I was about
Had
to say
2
that.
or 3 guys in motion be stopped.
Lead by 1 second.
You are supposed to be the pun king. Are you?
I've got one.
Here we
I
go.
can make up for it. All right.
Is your microphone on?
Yep.
All righty then.
So we are clearly at the apex of our performance this season.
Boom, shakalaka. Nice job.
Thank you.
Well
Mic
done.
drop.
And I understood that one. I feel like the last time I heard one of your puns, it went over my head.
It was a hit or miss.
So we have 1st and about 18. We have a wing T formation. We have 1 receiver out to the right. We have a man in motion. We have a dive back who is dragged down, it looks like by head, for no gain. It's going to be about 2nd and 18. On the bright side, the clock is rolling. And I've not given up hope that we can't get a 1st down out of this. And I'm going to have a trademark drive, and I'm going to be in to next week's game with a touchdown call in this game. That's my heart's desire. I want to be right there in the middle of Rand North and down Bengals. Just use that one. That'll work. I know you're going to listen to this, Rand. Use me, man. 2nd and a bunch. Clock running, under 5 minutes.
We got a ball?
I believe we had a loose ball, and from the Apex reaction, they might have recovered it. In fact, they have recovered it. Not an auspicious drive for the Bengals. It's going to be 1st and 10 from the Fuquay 15. And polite applause from the Apex faithful.
Yeah. Defense and special teams have been big for them in their only score and possibly this other score in the game.
Fuquay man runs on late. Poirier looks, scrambles, tucks, runs, has some room. Before he hits the pylon, it's going to be 1st and goal for the Cougars. Would like to see a stand here by the Fuquay defense. Doesn't matter a whole lot. but would like to see a stop just for the confidence that we give the Fuquay defense. So Apex still no huddle. Not in a hurry so much, but no huddle. Poirier under center. Reverses out, hands off to the tailback, who is immediately met in the backfield for a loss of a yard. It's going to be 2nd and goal for the Cougs. Clock's ticking away. Time ticking away from the Cougars tonight. The crowd's kind of dissipated a little bit tonight, but some limited enthusiasm on their part. Just fun to be here. It's fun to be out on a Friday night at the football game. Sneak by Poirier, untouched down Cougars. And a rousing ovation from the Cougar section. So Apex out to kick the kick is up and good. It's going to make it 41-14 with 3:41 to go in the game. Renewed life in the Apex crowd. I got to tell you something. It doesn't stink here. I thought it would. I've always heard there's a dump or something in the area. I thought there would be a malodorous air as I'm here at Apex High School. I haven't noticed it. Perhaps it's blowing off towards Holly Springs. I don't know. But it doesn't stink here like I've been led to believe. Nice job by you guys, Apex. They might. I think I just read they were putting perfume on the dump. They were trying to find a way to.
Wasn't that dump? Is that technically in Holly Springs? I guess it's.
I thought it was.
Close.
No. If I remember correctly, it is in Apex. They've led everyone to believe it's in Holly Springs. Apex people are tricky like that. Like that Block A. It would lead you to believe that there's a dominant football program playing in the stadium when in fact there is none. But that's what Apex does.
I know you've seen the car magnets on the back. You got the A and the little Mountaineer, but you get a close look and it says Cougars.
One of my first years officiating, I went down to do a playoff volleyball match down in Wilmington. I pulled in the lot, and there were Block A's everywhere. And I thought to myself, what are all these Lapo-Asher fans doing down here by the coast? And in fact, it was Apex volleyball fans. Got to give them credit. They traveled well for volleyball. Got some lightning in the sky.
And now they call it.
They're calling the game.
Apex got their score. The teams are lined up, and we're going to pack it in for the night. Thank you for staying with us through so many difficulties. 41-14. Luke, great job. Evan, thank you. Nate, man, you were amazing tonight. We got it all done.
We did it.
We did it. Rand, I hope you're having a better night at Holly Springs. Thank you, guys. Thank you all for listening. Good night and goodbye. R3 Sports Network signing off.
This has been Fuquay-Varina High School Football on the Bengal R3 Sports Network, presented by Krista